On recent videos, I needed to film some nice B-roll for different prints, and turntables are definitely the best option for this. Yes, you can buy them on Amazon or AliExpress, but this is a 3D printing filaments channel, and we have tons of those. Plus, it's so much fun to build your own, mixing 3D printing and some simple electronic components. So I started looking around for pre-made models and I found a bunch, but none had me fully convinced, except this one right here, which I had to remix modify for my needs, which was simply adding a couple of extra gears in order to hide my hand while I was turning it. In fact, this one has a handle that you can rotate, but hey, not very cool, is it? This video is the final installment of a small short series I made. Check them out if you want to see the progression, because in this one I'll show you the final result, what filaments I used and why those specifically. My name is Alessio, this is Spectrum Filaments, and let's get into the video. This motorized turntable is fully designed by me. Suffice to say, I went through many modifications in Fusion 360 as you can see. Fun process, frustrating at times, but it was worth it. After many attempts, you can see most of them here on the table, trials and errors, one prototype after another, but we finally got it. Let me tell you what led to almost perfection. In fact, I already started a new prototype that is way shorter, meaning less filament waste and more efficient. But that's for another video. Subscribe if you want to see the new one. In all instances, I tested every single part, from thickness required, tolerances, placement of the motor, placement of the PCB, and all the buttons. The yellow one here is a working prototype. See the third video in the shorts to see it in action. But now let's assemble the final one. After that, I will comment what's different from the previous prototype and why using the filament I chose. Inside the main box, we have the support for the PCB, the supports for the motor, and the inserts for the button switch. Also, I designed extra supports for the walls, because I noticed that the finish was a little shaky on a wall this thin, and it worked. Placing the motor inside its socket, being careful with the cables. I designed an extra chamber for them. On the top we have holes for the M3 screws, securing the motor within the socket. And the motor itself. Then placing the PCB and screw it in place. Locking the on and off switch. The power supply socket. Connecting the motor to the PCB, and the potentiometer knob. With all that in place, we can plug it in and give it a spin, literally. For all the prototypes, I used standard Spectrum Filaments PLA. For the final piece, I also tried the PET-G CF because of its nice industrial finish look, but it was too grippy for the lid to slide. So instead I went for PLA-CF, and as you can see, the finish is pretty amazing. Not just looks great, but it feels great, and the carbon fiber gives a nice aesthetic other than being extra strong. Printing with it was like printing with butter. Not a single failure. With Bambu Lab printers, I used standard PLA-CF profile. For the sliding lid, I had several ideas, using bearings, spheres, and whatnot. But after a couple of trials, I decided to use the ironing feature for just the two contact surfaces. This surface right here and the surface right here. And now we can enjoy some nice turntable B-rolls. This was a really fun project and I cannot wait to complete the second version. All the links for the filaments I used are as usual in the box down below for you to check out. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider to subscribe, leave a like and comment. Appreciate that a lot. Again, my name is Alessio. This is Spectrum Filaments. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you very soon in the next video.